Hello everybody, and welcome to the long-awaited finale of Battlefield Somalia. It is episode 17, and the Americans are preparing for their final attack on Mogadishu. We are surrounded on all sides, we are under siege, and we are being pressed down upon with the American thumb on our windpipe. This is the last stand of the Somali National Army, and we have got to make it worthwhile. We are resisting today with all of our strength. With all of our might, we are going to defend the Somali fatherland and to triumph. And if this can't be achieved, we will have officially lost the civil war in Somalia. First, however, we shall wait for the Americans to arrive. Guns at the ready. We shall prepare for them to land. We have a bit of time to fortify before they come. But apparently combat is already being reported. It's time to pull back and deploy to where the Americans have established a beachhead. They've landed in the slums, and honestly that's where they should stay. We're gonna have to try and leave the harbor as quickly as possible and get there to kick them out of their bridgehead. We cannot allow them to set themselves up there, because otherwise we will be doomed. They're using one of their aircraft carriers for this offensive. Meanwhile, an American Black Hawk helicopter, which has been sent to try and flank us, has been downed by our brave forces. We are currently fighting for control of the crash site, and I believe that I will leave that to my comrades for a while. We are going up against great adversity as we fight the desperate last offensive of Bill Clinton's troops. The fact is that if we can defeat him here, the fiasco will be so great that he'll probably lose the next election to the Republican candidate, Bob Dole or whoever it was. Please tell me in the comments section whether I'm right or not. Now we're launching our attack once and for all to triumph over these American apostates. However, the Americans have taken control of the Black Hawk crash site, and we must now act decisively to reassert our control, to reassert our dominance in this country, and of course, above all, in this city. If we allow the Americans to triumph here today, Somalia's future will be in jeopardy. And I'm not ready to risk the future of my nation yet. As the Americans continue their advance, I'm going to launch an attack on the Black Hawk crash site. We are going to murder them down to the very last man. They shall be dragged through the streets on live television. Be it in black and white or in color, I do not care, so long as we triumph. Now let's go in there and let's bring some Somali justice. We've recaptured the crash site, and we'll see if there's any Americans left. Perhaps we've already killed them all. There's the infamous Black Hawk helicopter. Let us celebrate our triumph so far. Allahu Akbar! Wait, those bullets aren't Somalian. God damn it. Alright. We've got to attack once more. The Americans are getting ready to drop in with a helicopter. We've got to gun them down. A technical would be quite welcome right now. Quite welcome indeed. And I hope that Ideed will be ready to provide us with one, because this is now finally a threat to him, just as much as it is to us. We've hit the American helicopter with an RPG, with a rocket-propelled grenade. Let's try and hit it with another. Unfortunately, we were unable to do so since we have been gunned down in more than, well, I don't know, cold blood by the Americans. Now, we've got to get ourselves together. We've got to get ourselves a ball of cot, to chew it for some comfort, and thus to condition ourselves for the great battle that is beginning here. Now I see this American helicopter. I'm gonna shoot it down. I'm gonna down the entire USAF if I have to. Every single motherfucker left. I will kill them. Including Mr. Goku here, or at least Gopsu, whatever he is. I know for certain that he is a demon. And Somalia already has enough demons of its own. We don't need foreign American demons. We already have them. We already had Siad Barre and his mercenaries. And now you're bringing your Western values to us. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves? We shall gun down your Black Hawk helicopters. We shall bring them crashing down back to Earth. We shall avenge our defeats. We shall achieve a great victory. No matter what you may try to do against us. We're downing their helicopters. We're shooting their pilots. By Allah, we are approaching triumph. They appear to have seized our vehicles, and now they're attacking in Humvees. But it won't work for them. It will not. This is our final stand, and we will hold Mogadishu, because we are Somalis. This is what we look like, and this is how we fight. And we will fight without fear! We'll throw them out of the estates and defend our hard-earned liberty. Now let's recapture this technical. The Americans don't even know how to use a 50 caliber machine gun properly. And now they're running off. Well, we'll pursue them alright. We'll get into this technical, this Humvee, and we'll give them a taste of their own medicine. We've brought our armor into the fray. We are ready for anything. We will serve Somalia, and we will not allow ourselves to be defeated. This is our final stand, and it shall be successful. We shall cast out the Americans, and having destroyed all of our rivals, including the UN, already, we shall thus have the path open to victory. Now let's climb into this technical and drive it into battle. I won't allow the Americans to dominate this land. I won't allow any foreigners to dominate this dear Somaliland of mine. Now take this, you servants of colonialistic evil! You white devils! Get out of this country! Let the Somalians deal with their own problems! Somalia to the Somalis is what I say. And get out of here with your AC-130 gunships as well! We don't want them here, and we won't allow them here. We will shoot them down by any means necessary. They're about to bring hell raining down upon us with these gunships. I don't like it, and I hope that they won't enjoy it either. They're attacking Mogadishu just as many other invaders have in history. And we shall defend it just as we have defended it against other invaders in history. They attempt to surround us. They attempt to attack us. They attempt to strangle us. But we, the Somalian people, are above this. And we shall triumph decisively. Perhaps we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that triumph. But we shouldn't worry. We must fight with bravery and with determination. With a gun in our hand and with khat in our mouth, we shall win a decisive triumph against the enemies of African liberty. They can knock out our tanks, they can gun down our men, they can go after General Aidid himself, but they won't triumph. Now let's form a convoy with these brethren here. We're going to kick the Americans out. Let's go! Follow me, brothers! Let victory be ours once and for all. The Americans are attempting to break up our freedom convoy, because that's what it is. It is our fight for freedom. It is the Somali National Army and its sacred fight for liberty. They will not triumph over us today. They will not throw us out of Mogadishu. They will not have Somalia for themselves. I would sooner die than allow such a thing to occur. Now let's give these sons of bitches a piece of their own medicine. Let us serve the great General Aidid without fear, without respite, without regrets. Long live Somalia! Long live the Somali National Army! We have captured their Humvee, and we're going to begin our second freedom convoy. We are going to retake the slums, and thus liberate the poor of Somalia from this oppression. Let's eliminate a few American oppressors first. We're going on patrol. Drive-by shootings. Somali style. This is how we do it in the Somalian hood. This is how we do it in the motherland. That's what I'm going to say to every one of these African-American race traitors right here. Get a bit of your own medicine. Get back to your roots. Your blood shall fertilize the soil of your motherland. And don't just stand there, because you know that you are purveyors of evil. This is it. We are beginning our raid right into the heart of the American operations on the outskirts of Mogadishu. We're about to kick them out of the bases that they've gained. Although we have inferior equipment, we have mustered together all of our men. We have conscripted and volunteered all of the able-bodied Somalian patriots. And with them alongside us, we shall achieve a decisive and memorable historical triumph. The Americans shall be left even more traumatized than they were by the war in Vietnam. We are the heirs of the Viet Cong. We are their African counterparts. We are the flag bearers, the standard bearers of African liberation. And Muhammad Falah Aidid is the next hero of African freedom. Now show me another American and I'll kill it. Look, brothers, a helicopter. Let's shoot it down. Let's give it a few pieces of free lead. Or perhaps let's try and take down its AC-130 gunship. We will give no rest to these American traitors. We will not let them oppress our fatherland any longer. Somalia is a land that shall be free. We shall stand up for ourselves. We shall achieve a victory that the great Somalis of history never dreamt of. We shall cast away the colonial heritage. The heritage of occupation. Occupation by the Italians, by the British, and now by the Americans. Now let's locate the American troops and gun down the very last of them. We are on the verge of our decisive victory, and we shall bring this victory onwards. We shall carry it forwards. Today it's Mogadishu, and tomorrow the awakening of America's black population. Inspired by this triumph, they shall cast off the shackles of oppression and thus bring back justice into this world. The Americans are on their last legs. We are pushing them back and we are giving it our all. In spite of our losses in the previous 2 battles, we are coming out on top here, and this is because of pure determination, because of blood, sweat and tears. We are achieving the sacred victory of Somalia, of the Somalis and of Islam. May the victory be eternal. And now, as we are so close to victory, I will not allow defeat. The Americans may surround us like the dogs that they are, but they will never kill us. They will never strangle our spirit of freedom. Now let's bring these Jewish soldiers over here and give them a taste of our Somalian African heritage. This battle shall be a victory. Even if the Americans come out on top in these last moments, I shall count this as a great and glorious victory. And now in this final hour, in this final skirmish, we achieve a victory of epic proportions. The Americans have lost. The Somali National Army has triumphed against the odds. They have held Mogadishu. They have protected the great General Aidid, who shall soon become leader of the entire nation. We have triumphed over the American colonialists once and for all, and Bill Clinton shall be obliged to withdraw from Somalia decisively. We have dealt a shocking blow to the New World Order, and this blow shall reverberate throughout the world. And now, as I find a new series, we shall continue our struggle in our battle. If you've enjoyed this series, do not forget to leave a like, a comment, and to subscribe to my channel for my eternal gratitude, and to show your respect for the brave martyrs who died in the Somali conflict. I thank you all for following me throughout this series, and I hope to see you again in the very next war that I wage. I have been the Nerd Gamer. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you all in the very next wonderful series.